didn't like doing, but let me tell you, this guy took his frustration to a whole new level, literally. I mean, getting sick of a fast food job isn't anything new, but the way this mystery man decided to quit was pretty epic, even if it meant bullying his boss a little. So basically, as a farewell gift, this guy put a message up on the huge board outside the takeaway, and what he said wasn't exactly friendly. Spelling out quote-unquote I quit and then using the F word in giant letters outside a family-friendly restaurant is pretty straightforward and pretty brave too. But there's one thing that really confused me about this prank. Who's Adam? Like, is he the guy quitting or the poor guy's boss? I mean, I guess we'll never know, but either way, it's a pretty cool way to let your employers know you won't be coming in tomorrow, because even if you're allowed to quit, a stunt like that will definitely get you fired.
A frustrated fast food employee took a parting shot at his manager with a smiley face and a four-letter word. News 4's Lori Schultz has more on this.
There's no message on the KFC Taco Bell sign now, but overnight it appears a disgruntled employee found an interesting way to tell his manager he wouldn't be in anymore. This image was sent to us stating, "I quit Adam," a four-letter word, then a smiley face. We're still trying to find out if Adam was the intended target or the author of the message. Regardless, the bold statement generated a lot of talk.
There's many times I wish I could see something like that, but you know, you've got to be professional, and especially as an employee, and come down to hurt them down the road.
What do you think?
Guy's got guts to do it.
A young man who identified himself as the former Taco Bell worker called News 4 hours after the image was posted and spread rapidly over the internet. He claimed he quit after allegedly working 22 days straight, including the 4th of July.
Number 4. So normally when someone quits their job, it at least happens in private, and even if they make a scene, it's only the people they work with that see it. Now, quitting live on air is way more dangerous than that, because whole states or even countries could be watching, but if that bothered this reporter, then she definitely didn't show it. So there's a little bit of a backstory needed for this one. Basically, the woman also worked as the president of the Alaska Cannabis Club, but she kept it a secret so she was allowed to still report on it. Well, her bosses found out and obviously wasn't happy, so she made the decision to quit live on air instead of being fired as soon as the camera stopped rolling. Crazy enough, not only did she say she would be focusing on the fight to legalize the drug in her state, but she straight up swore at her audience and literally walked out of frame, leaving the rest of her team with no idea what they should do. The funniest thing is, when they cut back to the other presenter, she could barely even speak and didn't even try to explain what had just happened. As for the reporter, the support for her club went through the roof, so maybe it was a risk that'll pay off in the future.
Now, everything you heard is why I, the actual owner of the Alaska Cannabis Club, will be dedicating all of my energy toward fighting for freedom and fairness, which begins with legalizing marijuana here in Alaska. And as for this job, well, not that I have a choice, but fuck it, I quit. All right, we apologize for that. We'll be right back.
Number 3. Now, I've got to admit, this isn't the cleverest or most planned out I quit in the world, but there's something about just how little the dude cares that makes it absolutely hilarious. Literally, all he did was line up his team for a briefing, but then when it was time to talk about the hazards, he just completely lost it. Like, he had absolutely no trouble telling everyone exactly what he thought of them, including his boss, and even had a beer on hand to celebrate the fact he was finally done. In fact, I think the funniest thing about this video is that even his friends don't laugh because everyone is too shocked and confused to speak. Like, when they finally realize he's serious, things lighten up a lot, but there's a moment where it looks like he's about to seriously get what's coming to him. To be fair though, he does shake everyone's hand before he leaves, including the guys he just told to take a hike. But I mean, I seriously hope whatever the guy's doing now takes advantage of just how funny he is, because that kind of attitude should never be wasted.
Dirtbag motherfucker. Hey, for the hazard for today, we got these motherfucking nuts. Fuck you, you're cool, fuck you, you're cool, there's my fucking bag. Here's a good can, go fuck yourself, I'm out.
That's it.
You out of here, Curtis? Go. That's pretty good. I like that one.
Short and sweet. Right to the point. See you next time.
All right. Yes, sir. Go. Oh,
Number 2. Alright, so normally when an employee quits, they have to worry about what their manager is going to say. When you are actually the manager, there are pretty much no rules. So this guy obviously knew that there was no one there who could stop him, because to say he went big with resigning is an understatement. I mean, the guy literally came up with a whole musical number just to say goodbye. Like, even if he was just dancing around to Ice Ice Baby, this video would still be gold, but it's the little things that make this guy quitting so much better. Like, things get even better when you realize there are backing dancers, and even better again when you realize they've actually been practicing their moves. Plus, ripping off his shirt to reveal an "I quit" message really is the icing on the cake, even if everything else makes it pretty obvious what's going on. Number 1. Now, it's super rare for your bosses to be happy about the fact you're quitting, but it's pretty much unheard of for them to literally applaud. So yeah, this guy knew that he wanted to quit his coffee shop job, and he knew exactly how he wanted to do it, and in 2013 he got a chance to do it in style. I mean, not only did he quit on Steve Harvey's show with a full camera crew to capture the moment, but he also got a barbershop quartet and gave him the message with the most epic acapella goodbye of all time. I mean, first his bosses look confused, then they look horrified, but by the end of it they can't help but laugh and clap along. Honestly, it's pretty incredible. I mean, not many people could say they quit with 5-part harmonies, and to be honest, this guy hit some pretty sweet notes himself. Who knows though, maybe he's quitting to become a famous musician, and this won't be the last time he shows up on everyone's screens.
Excuse me everybody, Derek, Jake, everyone. I got an announcement to make, and I got my friends here to help me out. Guys, hit it.
Shoot-ba-doo-doo-doo, shoot-ba-doo-doo-doo-doo. I am quitting this job today. Hey, hey, hey. I'm leaving. Even though I like it here, wanna start a new career, gonna make it to the top and start my coffee shop. I am moving on. Got to go, got to go, got to go. Why I sing this song, yeah.
And there's her video on the top 5 funniest ways people